how to achieve financial freedom as a business owner. All right, guys, before we get into this, you know the drill. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications of new videos as soon as they come out. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've edited a video. We've been on a trip. Did a lot of time resetting and did a lot of time thinking about this topic that we're going to talk about right now that I really want to share with you. And like I said, I'm glad to be back in my home office and be editing some videos and kind of be getting back in the swing of things. So today's an awesome topic that I spend so much time thinking about. I spend so much time educating myself on for the benefit of me and everyone around me. And that is how to achieve financial freedom as a business owner. So first off, this is a huge, huge topic. You know, everybody talks about this. People talk about their businesses. People talk about what's going on. There's reviews, there's things, like there's so much stuff you see on YouTube. And I don't see enough people talking about these things of actually retirement, financial freedom, making money, other than just on a job in their videos. And so I wanted to pack this full and share this with you. And the first part of this, and this kind of comes with why I think it's so important to grow your business. Business growth is crucial. If you've got a business and you've got the ability to grow it, you should grow it for these reasons. First is for yourself. To become financially independent, to work on your financial freedom, to have more money to invest in your future. It's all for yourself. And that sounds so greedy. But it's okay to say it and it's okay to hear it and think about it. When you're on an airplane and you're about ready to take off, you're running down the strip, you're pulling away from the building where you just got on, and they're going through the safety stuff with you. And then they get to the oxygen part. And they tell you one thing that is so important to know in everything in your life. They tell you that the oxygen's going to drop if you lose cabin pressure, and put it on yourself first before you do anybody else, your kids or anyone around you. And why do they say to do that? It's not a greedy thing, but it's a perfect representation of life. You can't help anyone until you help yourself. So saying that it's all for you, it's all for me up front, like to make me financially free, to be working on my freedom, to be investing in my future, it's not a greedy thing. If I don't do those things, I can't help anybody else. And that is greedy. Not being able to help someone else is greedy. Not being able to educate or share information with other people or become financially fit and financially educated so you can pass that on to others or give others opportunity, that is greedy. So focusing on yourself is the most important thing first. Then you can pass it to your family, and then you can pass it on is what we're going to kind of like talk about in this next step. So I just went through the portion that sounds so greedy, but it's so true. You've got to protect yourself first so you can help others. And by not actually doing that, you can even be more greedy, and it just doesn't look that way up front. So second is why you want to grow your business and have this financial freedom focus. Without me growing my business, there is one huge flaw. And this is where now we've passed out of that all about me, all about me, all about my family. And then we've went on to the important people that actually make this all happen as well. And we're talking about our employees and all the other people around us. Without growing my business, I can't grow people's wages. If I have a small lawn care landscape business, if I have a small startup business, if I have a small body shop, if I have a small store, it doesn't matter what the business is, but if I have a small business that is really, really tiny, there is no growth in opportunity there. There is no We'll use our industry for an example just because it's what I know. But if I have me running around selling some stuff and being on a truck a lot of times and working with 2 to 3 other guys, those 2 to 3 other guys are probably always going to make a fairly small amount of money. They're going to top out so soon. Now compare that to the growth model of what I want out of our business, what we are doing in our business. We are seeing office people come into the picture. Now there's an opportunity in our office. As this bar raises, there's more need for management as this business grows. As we've kind of surpassed this 1.3 million in sales last year, and the goal this year being 2 million in sales, the opportunity keeps rising. No longer is the only place to go to in our workplace being a crew member on a truck that I drive. Now there's crew lead options. There is multiple crew lead options. You could be on hardscape. You could be in softscape. You could be in maintenance. You could be in fertilization, weed control. That's just in the field. As this continues to grow, I'm wanting to pull myself farther and farther from the business so I can wear less and less hats, so I can focus on the financials even heavier. And what that does is just creates more opportunities for the people below me that work in the business to make more money. And without growing the business, there is no opportunity to make more money. Without making more money, there is, for a lot of these people, not more money to sock away and do something with to create financial freedom. And with all of this, that's what all of this is about, learning all of this, trying to invest my time to read and study on how I want to do it for myself, so I can start helping employees, so we can start bettering our team, so we don't just do the standard, hey, here's a 401k, you can pay into it, good luck. So those are the 2 things why it's so important to do. And then the third part is how it's going to get done. What you're going to do with that money to actually achieve financial freedom, how you're going to advise employees, what directions are you going to go. And this is the stage that I'm in, where I'm heavily looking into this, heavily reading into this, looking at so many different options. I'm reading Tony Robbins' Unshakable for I think the 2nd or the 3rd time right now. I've been heavily storing money to put into multiple different things. I'm very into real estate. I'm very into the stock market. I'm very into a diversified portfolio. If you look at this picture right back here, you can't hardly see it, but this little wheel, let's see if we can expand this page some. See that right there, that wheel? That's Ray Dalio's all-weather portfolio. Basically, with this mix, your portfolio does well over time, almost no matter what. Even if there's like a crash in 2008, this portfolio doesn't really suffer that bad, even in a situation like 2008. And the thing that like a lot of people don't know, and we just had a crew leader meeting about last night, is that you need to be investing your money in things. I mean, there's so many options. You can invest into life insurance, which is so stable. You can invest into the stock market, and you can invest into a portfolio like this. There's so many things that you can do. And why these are so important, and why it's so important to be able to know this stuff, to educate your people, is there is something called compounding, compound interest when you're investing money, when you're investing in stocks, when you're investing stuff over time. That happens. And it's so important to take advantage of. It's so important to show your people this at an early time, because nobody gets taught this stuff. Nobody knows about this stuff in investing. People need education, and people need to know what to do with their money so they can maybe be financially free someday, so they can shoot towards that goal. And what's amazing about compound interest is when you're young, you've got time. That's what everybody that wants to invest needs, is time. And what that compound interest shows is that you start off and it doesn't ever really look like you're doing anything. But over time, it hockey sticks and goes through the roof. So we've talked about some of the ways to invest and some of the different things you've got to do. But the major thing that I hit on is the compound interest, and it's time that people have. The less time you have, available to you, the less time you'll have to make this work. So you need to start now. You need to figure it out what it is you're going to invest into. If you're going to get into the markets, if you're going to get into something that, that you've got this return that you're looking at, that over time you hope to make something out of, a long-term effect of compound interest, what that's going to do to you, what that's going to do to your growth, your financial wealth, and look and see that the earlier you start, the more effective that'll be. That is the key part of this. Get something put to the side, start something. It doesn't matter if it was small. I was talking to my employees just the other day that even a small amount invested can really add up over time. So it's something that needs to get started. It's how you create financial freedom. It's how you create wealth. There are so many tools, so many different ways to do it. I can't suggest reading Unshakable by Tony Robbins enough. It is so many. And then his first book, Money Master the Game, it's a much longer book. I read that one too. I loved it. Financial education is key. There is so much just business information and so much in our industry, especially talking about reviews of this, reviews of that, how to price this job correctly, which is a great video. But so many videos of just business, or just what's going on in people's lives. And I just want to share this because it's so important message to get out there, that the earlier you start, the better things will be, the more you'll have away for your retirement. And it's important for everyone to think about. It's just as important as every other single part, because if you can separate off a small part now and contribute that to your future, it'll pay dividends. And being able to set to the side and contribute to the future, that's what investing is all about. That's what investing in your future is all about. That's why growing your business is important, because it grows the amount that you can put in. You're putting in $50 a week, you're putting in $100, you're putting in $2,000, you're putting in $5,000. These amounts can keep growing if you keep growing with your business. Same thing with all of your employees that are working there. As they grow in the company, now if somebody shuts off and stops growing, obviously they're not going to be able to earn more money. Same as a business owner. If he shuts off and decides to stop adding value, he's not going to earn any more money or she is not going to earn any more money because that business isn't going to keep growing. So I loved having this talk with you guys today. If you liked this, leave in the comments below, invest. And let's talk about the ways maybe some of you have been doing investing. I've heard some of the guys on here comment about having rental properties and investing in stocks, and it's great to see. It's great to see people thinking about your future. When you're 20s, early 30s, you've got a long time to invest, and you need to start now. So you can follow me on Facebook. YouTube obviously is my favorite platform. Snapchat, Instagram. I love sharing this time with you guys. I love being back home. I love editing videos. It's great. And I am so excited for 2020 to grow my business, grow my future, grow my employees' future, and grow just my life. I can't wait to take it on with all of you guys watching. Talk soon.